Welcome to the Fit2 Talk Podcast.
You just found the #1 health and fitness podcast for performers. Thank you for joining us as we bring you meaningful, helpful, and accurate information and
remind you that fitness doesn't have to be boring.
Yeah, right now you're listening to one of our talk episodes, during which Bobby and I chat. We cut the mustard, if you will. And if you like what we do, then please leave us a review.
The way you said "will" just offended me on so many levels.
I know how much you love Family Guy. So
cool whip. And on that note, let's cue the music.
Cue the music.
Oh, God.
It's Fit2 Talk. That is the level we're at today. Just so you know.
I've told you. I was editing the podcast the other day, and Sam overheard me editing the podcast, and because she listens to the podcast all the time, she's one of our biggest fans.
Yay! Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam. But yeah, I pressed play, and it went, "Welcome to the Fit2 Talk Podcast," and she was like, "Oh, do shut up." She was like, "You sound ridiculous." I was like, "Yeah, fair.
I can't.
That is a chopper now. Get out."
That was really good.
Thanks.
I do wonder if those intros are annoying or notable.
Yeah. Would you like a more excitable?
More excitable?
Yeah, I could go bigger. That feels like.
I think it's part of it now.
You know, when we were recording some videos the other day, and I kept distorting the mic because I was getting too loud and excitable.
It's so weird because you're not loud and excitable like when you speak normally. And then suddenly, the second it's like we're filming,
it's like, let's go hype.
You're literally like, welcome.
That's it, exactly. I think I could go bigger on the Welcome to the Fit2 Talk Podcast.
We could. We'll practice it.
I think I could give it more of a welcome.
You know what concerns me is this is episode 200 and something. I don't really know, but the point is the same. And we still don't know those words.
No. If you are one of the people who's watching this, if you watch it on Spotify or on YouTube, we very much read. That script every time.
Is we sort of glance down and up. Just remind me what sentence is next. Yeah. Which, considering we learn lines for a living, is poor.
Yeah, but I'm going to carry on doing it.
Yeah, I have no intention of changing that.
No, I don't. I would feel weird if I didn't look at it now. It's been that long. I need to check. Also, because we make small changes from time to time.
Just look directly down the lens of the camera.
Yeah, I still find that weird. I was watching a podcast the other day where only one of the people in the podcast would stare completely down the barrel of the lens all the time.
Why?
Everybody else was just like talking to each other. But this guy was just
so hyper aware of
it. Was so odd. And like he was the host, but it was weird.
No,
it just didn't
it's a solid no.
Yeah.
Right, joke time.
Yeah, go for it.
Why do hamburgers go to the gym?
Oh God, I do actually know this one.
Hooray!
I know most of these gym related ones because I sometimes
delivered them in a class at some point. That's real bad. If you're listening to this for the first time, then you'll get the answer at the end. I wouldn't hang on too much for it.
Everyone's so pumped to find out what it was.
Yep, hold on to your horses, kids.
Hold on to your horses.
Well, like, how often do people have to hold on to their horses? Is it just when they're riding them, or is it when they own them and they're panicking? You don't know.
Don't know. That was my lovely horse impression.
Yeah, I don't think it's the best impression you've done on this podcast.
Wow, okay.
Well, you just did
Arnold. My Arnie was all right.
Like 2 seconds ago.
My Arnie is better than my horse.
It was fabulous.
I didn't fully commit to the horse, though.
One more time. Okay. I'll get it. Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah. 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take 8.
Out of 8, though.
Oh, okay. That's great. Thank you. What a bizarre scoring system.
It's the rating system.
Oh, my God. You get 1 out of 8 for that. The rate.
Oh, a piece of 8.
Jesus.
Right. This is taking a downturn rapidly, isn't it?
This has gone totally off-piste.
Do you know what? This is topical for performer/performing arts.
Topical?
Topical, like an ointment. We studies, I was reading the other day, a bunch of studies about injury rates within performers or dancers. So it is mildly different with actors and dancers, which I don't think is particularly surprising.
No.
So in one study, it said about 85% of dancers, 85% have suffered an injury.
I'm amazed it's that low.
Yes, right? Not just like a casual injury, like a serious injury.
A serious one. Okay, fine.
which is a lot.
However, that is a lot of people, yeah.
When you're looking at studies of performers in the West End or Broadway, the figures were almost identical. West End, one to focus on, obviously. That's where we are right now.
Oops.
46% in the time of the study, 46% of the performers in 20 West End shows at the time, 46% were currently dealing with an injury that they considered serious.
Jesus, that's a lot.
Yeah. Here's the kicker. A huge percentage of those, the exact percentages escape my mind, so I'm not going to make it up, but it was 50 to 60 something percent, believed that those injuries were preventable.
That doesn't surprise me. I do, yeah.
That does cover freak accidents too, it's worth mentioning. So you've been injured in a freak accident. I too have been injured. Things that are out of your control.
The freak accident, there is a part of me that thinks it was
Maybe
preventable.
It was but, there are injuries that are caused by other people.
Yes, yeah. There are always going to be freak accidents.
A piece of set falls on you, you can't do anything.
Injuries happen in that sense,
yes. However, the majority of them aren't that. The vast majority of injuries suffered by performers, they do differ based on actors and dancers, but you're usually dealing with lower leg injuries for dancers are the most prevalent, and lower back injuries most prevalent for actors. But they're all usage issues, which can be avoided with appropriate training.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but in the last, I was so injury prone as a performer for quite some time. And I hesitate to use that term because it feels like a weird label, but because I didn't have a clue what I was doing with my body. I was going to the gym. Like thought I was doing all manner of stuff, but I wasn't doing any of the things necessary to actually make my body more resilient and resistant to injury. And since doing all that stuff, I'm like, my body works great.
My body's feeling real good right now.
My body's good.
My body. So I was just now then thinking randomly of Rick and Morty. There's a thing where somebody says my body. But yeah, that's a sidetrack in my own brain. Shall I give you a fact?
Oh, straight to the fact. Yes, hit me.
Yeah, do you want a fact?
I do want a fact.
Okay. We'll go with this one. You can't fold a piece of A4 paper more than 8 times.
Didn't they do a giant thing to try and test this? And they had this monstrously large piece of paper.
A 1.2 kilometre long piece of tissue paper?
Yeah. And
it was folded 12 times.
So they managed to do it. But what counts as paper is the tricky bit, right? Because tissue paper, I'm like...
This is... Yeah, no, like normal paper. A4, a piece of normal A4 paper, we'll say like 500 GSM.
Because it gets too thick to fold, right? So you're in that kind of place. But then if you had a piece of paper that was, in theory, 5 kilometers by, I don't know what A4's dimensions are. Was it 21 by something? Then in theory, because of it, then you could.
Well, the current world paper folding record,
dear God, people spend their time well,
belongs to California high school student Brittany Gallivan, who in 2002 managed to fold a 1.2 kilometre long piece of tissue paper 12 times.
Legend, Brittany Gallivan, she can stay.
Go on, Brittany.
I wonder if there's one of those TV shows like, what Brittany Gallivan's doing now. I no longer fold paper because it reminds me of all the terrible times.
Yeah, I wonder if she works in the paper industry. I wonder if she works for Dunder Mifflin.
Sure. Oh, I thought you meant newspapers.
No.
I was okay with that.
Newspapers are dead.
Newspapers are dead.
Print media's dead.
What about digital ones? A digital newspaper.
Try and folding a screen 8 times.
Well,
costs you a lot of money.
Are those flippy screen phones now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've never sounded older than
those flippy screen phones. Yes, the Samsung Fold.
God, I remember hearing about glass that could bend about 10 years ago, and they were like, we've invented glass that can bend. I was like, oh my God, the future is here.
The future is here.
They were like, you'd be able to fold away your TV and not have a projection, but an actual glass TV that will just fold away. Not more than 8 times. But
the one that rolls out is pretty cool.
Yeah. That is cool.
That one is pretty cool.
Not the one. For me, I want the TV on and playing something as rapidly as possible. If I'm watching TV, it's usually when I'm eating. That means I'm like, this food's getting cold.
I just don't want to put the TV away.
You actually can as well. You can slide something in front of it, can't you?
It annoys me. It annoys me that when I get to sit down, like say I sit down to feed Lenny and I'm like, oh, okay, let me sit down and put the TV on. And I'm like, I
have to get up.
Oh no, now he's comfortable. He wants to be fed and the TV's covered. I'm like, do I put up with him screaming whilst I go near that? Yeah, it annoys me.
Now I'm alone with my own thoughts.
If it was motorized, that would help. Which in fairness, that rollable one is. The rollable TV.
Maybe it's a future investment for you.
Fit2 rollable TV.
Fit2 rollable TV. What's the coaching topic today, sir?
The coaching topic today is understanding the spectrum of foods. So whole foods, processed foods, and ultra-processed foods.
Ultra-processed foods.
Ultra-processed.
Not like superheroes, those, are they?
No, sadly not. I wish they were.
I feel like this is going to be super valuable because people hear the term processed food quite a lot. But if you ask them, hey, if I just put a whole bunch of food on this table and say, you just separate them into what's processed, even processed and whole foods, no chance.
No, and I think like processed foods get a bad rap. And like you go, well, there's a spectrum here. Like saying something's processed, some processed foods are bad.
But it's like anything. People like a simple rule, like with diets, right? They're like, oh, just don't eat before 12 o'clock. Great idea. Or like, just don't eat carbs. Like if it's a really simple thing, they're like, you can grasp it and without any of the understanding of why that works. Or you're like, you've eliminated a whole bunch of stuff that is useful to you as well, but because et cetera, and the same with this. I'm assuming let's delve in.
Well, yeah, let's delve into it. So let's start off with what are whole foods. Let's start with what are whole foods. So whole foods are foods in their natural state. They're unprocessed or they're very, very minimally processed. So examples are fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, lean meats. So studies consistently link whole food consumption with numerous health benefits that we talk about all the time, including reduced risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. Studies show that diets rich in whole foods are associated with lower mortality rates. Fantastic. Great news.
All-cause mortality. Down, baby. Eat your whole foods.
Get those whole foods. Whole foods in general can really help with weight management and reducing the risk of obesity. Fiber, there's a lot of fiber in those foods. So fiber in whole foods, they keep you feeling fuller, which might mean you eat less overall in general, which can help with weight control if you wanted to lose weight, for example. And higher fiber diets are also really good for blood pressure and cholesterol levels. That took me a second to say that. Wow. Whole foods also have the benefit of having no added saturated fat, salt, or sugar. So eat whole foods.
Yeah.
So whole foods are pretty straightforward. Now, what are processed foods?
Yeah, baby. Here we go.
So there's a lot of confusion about what processed foods are. A processed food is any food item that has undergone some form of alteration from its natural state before it reaches consumers. That's it. That's what a processed food is. So processing can involve various methods such as cooking, freezing, canning, drying, or packaging. Obviously, the degree of this processing can vary wildly from very minimal processing that maintains most of kind of the food's original nutrients and original properties, right up to extensive processing that significantly alters the nutritional content and adds artificial ingredients. So some examples of processed foods: canned vegetables, frozen fruits, cheese, freshly baked bread. So there's a lot of nuance here.
I love that bread comes up in this thing because people always get really confused by bread in general. And you're like, yeah, stuff's happened to get that where it is. Yeah. Like, that's not just, that didn't grow.
No, there's not a tree. There's not a bread tree.
Although I would have a bread tree, yeah.
Imagine there was a sourdough tree. Oh.
So this is a detour, but I'm not on the... I like sourdough, it's fine, but it's not a replacement for a loaf of bread for me. Just give me some bread.
You sounded really like somebody that I don't know who it was.
Just give me some bread.
I love sourdough, to be fair. Sourdough's banging.
I'm here for it. I like it. But I don't think it's an either or situation.
No, it's not an either or. No, I'll still have my tiger loaf.
You do love a tiger loaf. I like an old school loaf of bread, sliced bread,
like toasty bread.
Like toasty sometimes is a bit too fancy. Yeah, I want 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah,
okay.
half brown, half white.
Fair.
Job done.
Fair.
Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, so that's processed foods. So there is nuance to it. Like you need to know, well, so like there are some great processed foods out there, like frozen vegetables. So handy, so good, still packing all the nutrients, but they are processed. So when you see on TV, when they go, hey, don't eat processed foods, they're oversimplifying what's going on here.
Also, sorry to interrupt.
No.
For the most part, in a few cases, peas, the one you mentioned, being the prime example, frozen peas contain more nutrients than the actual natural version because of the time when they froze it. It retains that versus the time you eat a normal, like, if you had some fucking fresh peas, like, good luck trying to get fresh peas to you. Like, Christ alive.
There could be an artisanal fresh pea delivery service.
It's been plucked and it's to you in hours.
Yeah.
But like, that's the case of several vegetables and different things. So processed might actually be better.
Yeah.
In that instance.
Absolutely. So just like think of the nuance. When I get to ultra processed, you're going to understand like the spectrum of what we're looking at here. So ultra processed foods are industrially formulated products with very little resemblance to whole foods. They often contain additives.
Or foods of any kind,
or anything edible. They often contain additives like artificial flavors, colors, preservatives, along with high levels of sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats. So examples of this: soft drinks, sugary cereals, packaged snacks, fast food.
Cream eggs.
We're well past cream egg season.
Yeah.
Took me a second to realise what part of the year we're in.
They're still around if you go to a little corner shop.
Of course, you're still getting them, aren't you?
I'm actually not.
What's your chocolate of choice at the moment?
It's sort of varying, dabbling. I love a custard slice so much. Yeah. So that is a top tier pastry treat right there.
We are today we are going to go to Ula and Steen because there is we've got a free cinnamon social slice.
Yeah, because they've got some promotion on. Fantastic. I love a cinnamon social, but if you have not had the brownie
you're obsessed with this brownie.
That brownie is top tier, to steal one of your
top
phrases.
Tier, yeah.
It's so good. Anyway, shifting back, go.
So some of the perils of ultra-processed foods. So a landmark study published in JAMA, Internal Medicine, associated higher consumption of ultra-processed foods with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease and premature death.
See, I've actually looked at that study, and it's because here's the argument that people have against that, which is a fair argument, is yes, but were those people obese or overweight? And the answer is actually a huge portion of them, a majority, if you look at the thing, yes. But there is correlation.
Yeah.
Like, because, which I'm assuming we'll talk about in a second, or we will in some way anyway, because of what those ultra-processed foods actually do behaviorally to you, not just chemically, that you're like, yeah, you're probably going to eat more. Like, so you're going to put on weight. We both love ultra-processed foods.
Yeah, this is the thing, like, and this is why we bring up the fact that we're about to have a pastry. Like, we love processed food, ultra-processed foods. Like, it's kind of, it would be weird, almost to a certain extent, it'd be kind of weird if you didn't enjoy them at all, because that's what they're designed for. They're designed to make you want more of them.
Yeah. Well, I was speaking about this today on a coaching corner with our clients this morning, right, about how they've engineered that stimulus. So you have these receptors in your mouth for tasting sweet things. And I'm going to super simplify this. So this isn't bang on accurate as to how it is, but I'm going to just put it in the same way I did to clients for people listening. If those receptors in your mouth went from 0, I'm hoping this isn't in the thing.
No.
Went from 0 to 100, and actual sugar, like what table sugar, was 100 on that scale. Now, artificial sweeteners and things they put into things can hit about a 10,000 on that scale. We don't yet know the outcome of that for your body, but it should be naturally impossible. The game is rigged. Like you can't, people are in a lab creating things to make you desire something more and give your body an even greater response to it. So when you eat whatever it might be, for me, a cream egg, like there's hundreds of things that somebody has sat down and gone, how can I make this have the best possible response so that they want another one and buy it again and again and again and eat more? It's like Doritos are a classic. They're covered in it. Yeah. They're literally like, they're so hard to stop eating. Great job from the biochemists. Like, good job. They probably got a different term for what they actually do. Evil villain.
Evil villain. The Dorito villain.
But I think that's a great like marker for people to go, oh, we're not dealing with things within nature in this category. It's way beyond. Like you almost can't blame people.
No, because we are being manipulated.
Yeah.
We're being manipulated. Our taste buds are being manipulated. These companies are out there with their sole goal of getting us to eat more and more ultra-processed foods. So we're fighting against that. And you have to, like, the more you are kind of aware of that, I think it becomes easier. And the more you go, okay, well, by and large, I'm going to try and eat whole foods and then some minimally processed foods. But I'm going to encounter these ultra processed foods, and it's okay to have some of them. It is, and it's you need to allow yourself that, but then create that balance across. So we always talk about that, the 80-20 principle. So in general, the idea of the 80-20 principle is that 80% of the time you eat nutrient-dense, healthy foods, and then allow 20% of the time to eat less healthy, indulgent foods. So this kind of helps you maintain like a healthy balance and a healthy relationship with food.
And I think we make a good point of constantly doing that, of going like, I eat this stuff. I also care about what I look like. I primarily care about what my body can do, its function. But I absolutely care what I look like. I want to take my top off and go, great, I'm in good nick.
Yeah.
But that is part of it. Like, I'm not going to have a cinnamon social because of that, even though we've got a photo shoot in a couple of weeks. Still happening.
Still happening. We're still going for that cinema social.
I'm going to do a whole thing about photo shoots.
I'm excited for your photo shoot one. I'm excited for the levels of rage that are going to be on this podcast that day.
Rageville.
Going to be just relentless rage.
But hit me back. Hit me some more.
Well, that's kind of all I wanted to say, really. I think we've kind of hit everything I wanted to tackle with this, because I think the important thing is keeping it relatively approachable with this stuff. Not oversimplifying the way that some of the media does. Like the day that I wrote this is because I've been watching, it was Good Morning Britain, and they'd done a segment on how terrible processed foods are for you. And I was like, you don't know what a processed food is. So
if you lump ultra and non-processed into one group, then yes, you're like, oh yeah, this might be demonized.
Yeah. And there is very much, media have always been like this in demonizing things and telling you to cut things out of your diet rather than encouraging a healthy relationship with food that can incorporate all of these things, but with some education that hopefully some certain podcasts can provide you with.
Let's not mess around, right? Grab anyone off the street and say, would you be happy if you never had chocolate again in your life? The answer is, for the majority of people, going to be no. And if you find that person that goes, yes, it's because they've got a different vice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they'll be, it's ice cream for me. Okay, great.
Yeah. Like, how would you feel if you never had ice cream again then?
Like, exactly. There is an ultra-processed food, and it's a difficult topic because people are emotionally invested in these things in such a deep way. Right? People are connected to certain foods, and usually they are ultra-processed foods. And people will, even scientists who are meant to be unbiased, have a really strong bias about this stuff, and usually it's because of this. In my experience of what I'm reading, it's because they've provided comfort and other positives to their lives. So it's like alcohol. Like, there is nothing good about alcohol on a piece of paper. If I tell you the content of alcohol, that should be illegal.
Yeah, it's a poison.
And yet, people are still going to drink it. Just try not to fuck up your entire life by doing it. Don't go absolutely mental every day. Like it's that, right? 80-20. That's not that hard. If you're eating 2,500 calories, in theory, that means you can have 500 calories of crap.
Yeah.
Right? But as long as in that other 2,000 calories, you go, I'm getting some nutritious food, some whole foods, you're hitting your protein target for the most part. Because if you're trying to lose fat, you damn well need to be hitting that protein target.
Most important, you got to get that protein high.
And people are often like, oh, it's only because you want to build muscle. I'm like, no.
No, it's actually more important if you want to lose.
Yeah.
If you want to lose body fat, your protein is more important than if you're trying to build muscle.
We have this thing, right? Here's the whole foods versus processed foods. I love me a protein shake that is one of those YouFit white chocolate ones.
Yeah.
500 milliliters of that, 50 grams of protein. Epic. But I'm hungry again in 15 minutes. Whereas if I ate 50 grams of protein from whole foods, if I'm eating 2 chicken breasts, that will keep me full for quite a while because it's whole food. Even though there's 50 grams of protein in both, like they're not equal.
No. These things aren't created equal. Like, not all carbs are created equal. Like, that's a separate conversation. But yeah, you're right. Like, you just got to know what you're dealing with. You got to know, like, obviously whole foods are going to support. If your goal is weight loss, whole foods are going to support that in a better way than ultra processed foods. But at the same time, if you completely cut those ultra processed foods out of your diet, you're far more likely to bounce back and binge down the line.
And I absolutely love this. I think it's super helpful for people to understand, because I don't think a lot of people actually know what those things are or whether they should be avoiding anything.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that's cleared that up for some people. So if you're listening to this and that did help, do let us know, because when we're delivering these coaching topics to you, it'd be super helpful if you let us know if that was of value.
Yeah.
We get some lovely messages from people.
We absolutely do. And if there's anything you want us to talk about, please let us know. We love kind of listener feedback. We've had some great questions come in that we've been able to then address on the podcast. So please let us know. Hopefully that's been useful. At least you know that not all processed foods are bad. That was the main point I'm trying to make, is going, not all processed foods are bad.
Yeah,
they're bread. Not. Like peas, bread. These are fantastic. Let me tell you about the Iceland mixed veg bag that is just chef's kiss.
On that note, listen, let's have the other end of the joke, shall we? I've actually forgotten it. So what did I say? Oh, I said, why do hamburgers go to the gym? Go on.
Why?
To get bigger buns. Hey! I thought you would give me the answer then, because I knew you knew it.
No.
To get bigger buns.
No, I'll let you deliver it.
Thank you.
There's so much joy in your face when you deliver those terrible jokes.
I love a terrible joke.
So do I, to be fair.
I think there's something wonderful about a terrible joke, right? Is that somebody's intention was to make you laugh with this. Whether it's awful or not, somebody's gone, oh, there is some humor in this that might bring lightness to somebody. And that's a wonderful thing, no?
Yeah. Oh, totally. If I can, it's wonderful. It lets me rip on you for like a couple of minutes.
You don't need an excuse for that as well.
It's true.
Listen, if you like our information or our terrible dad jokes, head over to our website, fit-2.co.uk, and click on our Level Up page. You will find our 30-day level up there for you absolutely free. Now, we're not going to give you too much information about this right now. We'll mention that in 2 weeks' time. Ooh. But if you head over there right now, completely free, no catch. There's absolutely nothing. Nope. 30 days of leveling up. I can't stress how much of a no-brainer that is.
It's wild.
So go to the website, fit2.co.uk. You'll find the link in our bio as well. And it's taken a long time to put this together.
Long time, but there is some gold in those hills.
Yeah. So, go there and check it out. See what it is.
Yeah, get amongst it. And find us on social media at Fit2 Perform West End. Leave us a cheeky old review if you like, preferably 5 stars.
5 stars.
Rack them up. As always, if you've got any questions you want answered by us, feel free to get in touch. You know what to do. Slide into those DMs. I'll be in there eating some peas.
Thank you for joining us. And if you like what we've heard, we've been Fit2 Talk with me, Steffan.
And me, Bobby. And if you didn't like it, we've been Joe Wicks. Peace out.